It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has wisdom calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. That number is 666. Revelation 13, 16, 18. The Book of Revelation, a tapestry of vivid imagery, cryptic symbols, and profound prophecies. Among the many enigmatic passages in Revelation, chapter 12 stands out for its rich symbolism and its direct relevance to the times we live in. It tells the story of a woman clothed with the sun, a monstrous dragon, and a child destined for greatness. The woman represents God's faithful people, those who uphold his law and bear witness to his truth. The dragon, that ancient serpent, Satan himself, embodies the forces of darkness arrayed against them. And the child, a symbol of hope and deliverance, represents those who will overcome the dragon's deception and stand firm in their faith. The dragon's fury is unleashed upon the earth, seeking to devour the child and wage war against God's people. But in these last days the battle intensifies, reaching a fever pitch as the dragon's time grows short. The mark of the beast is not merely a physical mark. It represents a spiritual allegiance, a submission to the dragon's authority. The Bible warns us that those who receive the mark will face God's wrath, his righteous judgment upon all wickedness. But Revelation 12 is not just a warning. It's also a message of hope. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, God is in control. He has not abandoned his people. He has given them the power to overcome the dragon's deception. This power lies in the blood of the Lamb, Jesus Christ, who died to set us free from the power of sin and death. The mark of the beast. It's a phrase that sends chills down the spines of many, conjuring images of dystopian futures and totalitarian control. In the apocalyptic vision of Revelation, the beast is not a literal creature, but a symbolic representation of a powerful entity that will emerge in the end times. It arises from the sea, a symbol of chaos and the abyss, representing a power that stands in direct opposition to God. Its authority comes from the dragon, Satan himself, indicating its malevolent nature and its role in advancing the enemy's agenda. The beast's rise to power is marked by deception, seduction, and the promise of worldly pleasures. It captivates the hearts and minds of those who have turned away from God, offering them a false sense of security and fulfillment. Is your faith strong enough to resist the mark when it's forced upon us? Central to the mystery of the beast is its association with the number 666. This enigmatic number has been the subject of endless speculation and debate, with interpretations ranging from numerical codes to hidden messages. Some believe it represents a specific individual, a world leader who will embody the beast's power and usher in a new era of global tyranny. Others see it as a symbol of imperfection and incompleteness, representing humanity's fallen nature and its inability to achieve true fulfillment apart from God. The Bible tells us that 666 is the number of a man, suggesting a connection to human systems and endeavors. 666, therefore, represents the pinnacle of human pride and self-sufficiency, a world system built on human wisdom and strength devoid of God's presence and guidance. The mark of the beast is intrinsically linked to this system, serving as a visible symbol of allegiance to its power and authority. It is described in Revelation as a mark on the right hand or the forehead, signifying both action and belief. This mark is not merely a physical branding, but represents a spiritual allegiance, a conscious decision to align oneself with the beast's agenda and embrace its values. The mark of the beast, therefore, becomes a tool of division, separating those who bear it from those who refuse. It creates a two-tiered society where those who pledge loyalty to the beast enjoy its benefits, while those who refuse are ostracized. In the past, the mark of the beast was often envisioned as a literal mark, a physical brand that would be etched onto the skin. However, in today's digital age, where technology is rapidly reshaping our world, the lines between the physical and the digital are becoming increasingly blurred. The mark, therefore, may not be as overt or as easily recognizable as we once thought. Imagine a world where our digital identities are paramount, where our every transaction, our every interaction is tracked and monitored through sophisticated systems. This is the world that the mark of the beast foreshadows, a world where our very existence is digitized, controlled, and manipulated by unseen forces. The technology for such a system is already being developed. Has your addiction to technology primed you to accept the mark? Will you resist its temptation? The danger lies in the seductive nature of these advancements. We are constantly bombarded with messages that tout the benefits of a hyper-connected world, a world where everything is readily available at our fingertips. The allure of convenience, of instant gratification, can easily blind us to the long-term consequences of surrendering our privacy and our autonomy. This is precisely how the beast's system will gain a foothold in our world. It will not be imposed upon us by force, but will be subtly woven into the fabric of our lives, presented as a solution to the very problems it creates. The mark of the beast, therefore, represents a spiritual compromise, a willingness to prioritize worldly comfort and security over our relationship with God. One of the most concerning aspects of the mark of the beast is its potential to grant unprecedented economic control. The Bible tells us that those who refuse the mark will be unable to buy or sell, effectively excluding them from the economic system. In a world where digital currencies and cashless transactions are becoming increasingly prevalent, this prophecy takes on a chilling relevance. Imagine a world where every financial transaction is monitored, where governments and corporations have the power to freeze accounts, restrict purchases, or even confiscate wealth at will. While proponents of digital currencies argue that they offer greater security and transparency, they also create a centralized system that is vulnerable to manipulation and abuse. The mark of the beast in this context could take the form of a mandatory digital identification system linked to our financial accounts. The mark of the beast is not just about economic control, it's also about social engineering and the suppression of dissenting voices. The Bible tells us that those who refuse the mark will be ostracized, excluded from society, and even targeted for persecution. This prophecy finds a disturbing parallel in the rise of cancel culture, a phenomenon where individuals are publicly shamed, silenced, and ostracized for expressing views that challenge the prevailing orthodoxy. In an age of social media, where information spreads like wildfire and reputations can be destroyed with a single tweet, the pressure to conform has never been greater. The mark of the beast in this context could manifest as a system of social credit scoring, where individuals are rewarded or punished based on their online behavior. The book of Genesis tells the story of the Tower of Babel, a towering monument to human pride and ambition. Today we witness the rise of a new Tower of Babel, not built with bricks and mortar, but with algorithms and artificial intelligence. The rapid advancement of AI, its ability to process information, learn, and even mimic human thought, has sparked both awe and apprehension. At the heart of this technological revolution lies a deep-seated desire for control. The ability to collect, analyze, and manipulate vast amounts of data through AI empowers governments and corporations with unprecedented influence over our lives. This quest for control, however, mirrors the same hubris that fueled the builders of Babel. The Internet of Things, or IoT, is revolutionizing our lives, automating tasks and optimizing efficiency. But this interconnectedness comes at a price, our privacy. Every device we connect creates data points that can be tracked and analyzed. This pervasive surveillance could lead to manipulation and control. Imagine a world where your every move is tracked and scrutinized. This is the dystopian future the IoT could usher in. How dependent are you now on the IoT? Share in the comments so that we may support each other. As technology continues to advance at an exponential pace, we are entering an era where the lines between man and machine are becoming increasingly blurred. Transhumanism, a movement that advocates for the use of technology to enhance human capabilities, is gaining traction, promising to extend our lifespans, eradicate diseases, and even augment our cognitive abilities. From genetic engineering to brain-computer interfaces, the possibilities seem limitless, fueling a utopian vision of a future where humanity transcends its biological limitations. However, this pursuit of transcendence raises profound ethical and spiritual questions. As we merge with technology, as we enhance our bodies and minds with artificial components, what does it mean to be human? What happens to our souls, our spirits, as we tamper with the very essence of our being? The book of Genesis tells us that God created humanity in his image, a reflection of his divine nature. Transhumanism, in its quest to redefine humanity, risks severing this connection, creating a chasm between ourselves and our Creator. The mark of the beast in this context could represent a form of spiritual compromise, a willingness to surrender our humanity, our God-given identities, for the allure of technological enhancement. It could manifest as a voluntary submission to a system that views humanity as flawed, in need of improvement, a system that seeks to create a new breed of human, one that is subservient to the dictates of technology and those who control it. As we delve deeper into the prophecies of Revelation, we cannot ignore the growing momentum towards globalization. The world is becoming increasingly interconnected, with international organizations, multinational corporations, and powerful individuals shaping a global agenda that transcends national borders. This push towards global governance, while often presented as a means of solving global problems, raises concerns about the concentration of power and the erosion of national sovereignty. The book of Revelation speaks of a one-world system, a global empire ruled by the beast that will emerge in the end times. This system, characterized by tyranny, control, and the worship of power, stands in stark contrast to God's plan for humanity. While the current trajectory towards globalization may not necessarily culminate in the exact scenario depicted in Revelation, it serves as a sobering reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of vigilance. The mark of the beast, in the context of a one-world system, could represent a form of global citizenship, a pledge of allegiance to a global authority that supersedes national loyalties. It could manifest as a system of identification, verification, and control designed to regulate every aspect of our lives, from our movements to our finances to our very thoughts and beliefs. The illusion of security, biometric identification, and the erosion of privacy. In our quest for security, we often surrender freedoms we hold dear. Biometric systems, lauded for convenience, are becoming ubiquitous. From smartphones to public spaces, our biological markers track us. This erosion of privacy has far-reaching implications for our freedom. Imagine a world where your face becomes your passport, your fingerprint, your credit card, your iris, your digital signature. While convenient, it creates a system of constant surveillance and control. How do you feel about Big Brother watching your every move? The currency of control, central bank digital currencies, and the specter of economic domination. Central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, are digital versions of a country's fiat currency, issued and controlled by its central bank. Unlike decentralized cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, CBDCs offer increased efficiency and security, but raise concerns about privacy and government overreach. Imagine a world where every transaction is tracked, monitored, and controlled, potentially suppressing dissent and enforcing compliance. The social credit scorecard engineering conformity in the digital age. The desire for acceptance and belonging is deeply ingrained in human nature. Social credit systems exploit this need, making social standing contingent on conformity. Those who conform gain access and privilege, while non-conformists are ostracized. In today's world, social credit systems are emerging, intertwining online and offline lives. These systems use big data and AI to monitor and assign scores based on behavior. Factors like online posts, purchases, and social connections influence scores. In China, high scores grant perks, while low scores result in penalties. Proponents argue these systems promote trust, but critics warn of privacy erosion and stifled dissent. The mark of the beast could manifest as a global social credit system monitoring our digital footprints. Dissenters could be ostracized, marginalized, and excluded from societal benefits. The mark of the beast, in this context, could easily manifest as a global social credit system where our digital footprints are constantly monitored and evaluated, our social standing determined by our adherence to a predetermined set of values and behaviors. Those who dare to challenge the status quo, who express dissenting views, or who refuse to conform to the dictates of this system could find themselves ostracized, marginalized, and excluded from the benefits and privileges enjoyed by those who willingly submit. Are you brave enough to stand strong in the face of social pressure? The choice before us, standing firm in a world of shifting sands. As we stand on the precipice of a new era defined by rapid technological advancement and shifting landscapes, the prophecies of Revelation serve as a call to action. The mark of the beast represents the ultimate test of faith, a choice between allegiance to God and submission to a world system. The path ahead will not be easy, yet we are not without hope. Victory belongs to the Lamb. Those who remain faithful to God, who resist the temptations of the world, will ultimately inherit eternal life. The choice before us is clear. Will we embrace the seductive lies of the beast, or stand firm in our faith, trusting in God's promises? The answer lies within each of us. May we have the courage to choose wisely and the faith to believe in the dawn's triumph. If you want to help your brothers and sisters in Christ resist the mark, please like, share, and subscribe to help educate others to help prepare them for the inevitable. Thank you.